this up. We do a little bit of this. Thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. Today in this next topic, we're going to talk about how Tesla Model Ys is basically sold out. Inventory has depleted now. We are back to the low inventory counts that we are certainly used to. Inventory just went off of a cliff 100%. And what is going on? Like what is happened is I've got a theory on this actually. And I mean, what we do know is the Tesla Model Y is a very hot car and people want that vehicle. Plus they want that federal tax credit. And so we'll definitely take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on a Tesla at the best possible price, or just getting really good financing on your Tesla. So if you're interested in any of that, please hit that subscribe. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, where you can receive a ton of benefits, including a updated list of my latest credit union bank interest financing list that has all the best rates. So definitely check out if you're interested down below in the Patreon. But let's just jump into it. Thank you to Crusher for posing this question: what happened to all the Model Y inventory? And this is it. Like, this is Tesla inventory tracker. Shout out to Matt Young for building this great site. You can see right here, inventory for the Tesla Model Y has basically gone to zero. It has depleted, has gone off a cliff. This is a fun chart to follow along track. It's like the opposite of a Tesla stock chart, kind of, maybe not, but you can see right here, every single time, every 6 or 7 days, really even maybe 7 to 9 days at this point, we get tons of inventory. And what these spikes right here is Tesla Model Y standard range all-wheel drive inventory. It spikes up, it goes up with, I guess, Giga Austin just dumping a bunch of standard ranges into inventory, and then in the next few days they start to go down. This was a pretty rapid one. This is a rapid decrease of people actually starting to sell or starting to buy these vehicles, and right now we've landed on only 13 Tesla Model Ys actually available for sale. And my theory here is so I think what's going on, because I see these questions a lot. I see a lot of people asking on the comments. I see people asking on the forums, on the Facebooks. And I don't have a copy of the question, but basically people ask like, hey, what's going on with this Model Y? Why does it show a lower range instead of 330? And so I think there's a lot of people out there that don't actually know the difference between a Model Y all-wheel drive standard range versus a Model Y long range. And that might become, maybe that's why Tesla hasn't added the standard range to the website, because they know people don't know the difference. They think, oh, I see Model Y long range 54990. I don't see a third variant. So if I see one in inventory on the website, like I see this one right here, maybe it's like a trick. They think it's the same exact one. They don't realize this is actually a short range standard range, and it has, of course, I don't know about smaller battery, but a lower range built into it. And so maybe that's why Tesla hasn't added the standard range onto the website. They know people are, making this. It's not a big mistake, but it could make some sort of slight calculation there, I guess. And they think, oh my gosh, I see a Model Y long range. They put the deposit down, and then they get so excited. They want the vehicle, and they have no idea or don't realize later that this is a standard range for a long range. And so that's kind of my theory on it. That's why these vehicles sell like hotcakes, on top of it being the cheapest Model Y out there, plus getting the $7,500 tax rate if you take delivery before the IRS makes any sort of change to the program and all that stuff with the $3,750 or the $7,500 federal tax credit. And so that's my theory. But right now, basically, Tesla Model Y is sold out unless you live in these very selective parts in the country, like Linwood, Washington, Columbus, Ohio. And if you don't know what this site is, this is waitingfortesla.com. Shout out to the team there, TJ. This is a third-party aggregator site in which you can see any of the vehicles that are available across the country, and you can drill down, reserve it, and it links you to the Tesla website where you can give Tesla your money and reserve this vehicle. And so that's kind of my theory on it. That's what I'm sticking to. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Do you think it's a different thing? But there are actually some long ranges actually available, and of course not that much more than a standard range. But Tesla Model Ys has basically sold out again. And this is, if you're new to this game, if you're new to Tesla inventory, this is what happens, at least for the past month. Tesla will dump a bunch of Model Y all-wheel drive standard ranges into inventory, and then it will slowly start to sell out for the next week or so. And then the same thing will happen. They'll just dump a bunch of them back into their standard ranges for the most part, like 300 to 400. And we also know that Tesla manipulates a little bit, or I don't know about manipulates, but doesn't show all the inventory that actually exists. They kind of are selective. They only show one color combo of one interior, all that stuff per location. They won't show like 2 white black Tesla Model Y standard range at the same place. And so they could have more that they're just not showing immediately on there. So definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on are. Do you think I'm right aligned, or do you think something else is afoot right now? But right now, Tesla Model, the IRS tax credit is still $7,500 until the IRS makes some sort of announcement. We were thinking that they might make an announcement on Friday, because historically the last announcement was on December 29th, which is actually a Thursday. And so we were thinking, possibly they would make an announcement on Thursday, Friday. But now at this point, it could be Monday, could be Tuesday, it could be next Thursday. And there's a bunch of people that think it could be actually end of this month, right? They think the government might delay it all the way till the 31st. And so you can see right here, we did a poll. When do you think the IRS will release more guidelines on the $7,500 tax credit? Today was yesterday, and a majority, 42%, said March 31st. Of course, this might be wishful thinking at this point, but that's what we're sticking with. 15% said 3/15. So it could happen at any time. If we're following what they did on December 28th, maybe it's going to be March 28th. That could make sense, right? So definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts. We're going to jump back into the live stream in the comments, because that's kind of the benefit of the stream. You can ask any questions and I answer them. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon link where you can support the channel. And there's a variety of benefits, but some of them include actually scheduling a call with me, where you can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, even financing a Tesla. And after you schedule, or after you join the Patreon, you get a link to my buying guide, which has links to all the credit unions and banks that all have interest rates better than Tesla financing from 60 to 80 months. So definitely check it out. Link down below in the description if you want to support. All right.